Hi friends, so today's big question in your comments is, will the level be broken through or not? Let's figure it out with a real example. Definitely watch this video until the end, because there you will find some behind the scenes analysis that you don't usually see in those fast-paced trading videos. So buckle up, enjoy the ride, and let's get started. Alright friends, I usually show you the final part of a trade, explaining in a minute how I open it based on certain signals, alright? But there's a lot of work behind the scenes. You might think there's some magic combination of indicator settings that I use to make money, but that's not true. And today I will show you how I analyze charts. All the indicator settings are standard, set by default, and let's break down this situation. So look at the chart, friends. What do we see now? We had a strong growth phase, alright, and the chart reached a certain point. And it even broke through a resistance level right here. It went slightly beyond its boundaries. And here's a tricky question: how to know if the level will be broken through or not? If we're trading without news noise, which can give unexpected impulses, the chart usually behaves like this. So the price soars to a resistance level, and usually there's a correction from there. And in this case, the Keltner channel is a good helper. As you can see, the correction often goes to its middle line. And next, we can look at indicator signals and analyze what happens when the price reaches the resistance level. And we see that the growth phase of the chart syncs with the rise of the ADX line, showing the strength of the current trend. It also grew until it reached the resistance level. But after hitting this wall, it falls down. Similarly, the chart bounced back. And what does this tell us? We can conclude that the level won't be broken through at this moment. The buyers are worn out. After active growth at the resistance level's edge, there is usually a consolidation phase where the impulse gains new strength. So we enter a sideways movement. And right now the consolidation is happening in this corridor. It's hard to say how long the price will be stuck in these frames. And price always move in steps. For instance, if we assume an upward trend is starting, the price might hang around in the corridor for a while. And then, gathering strength, the chart could break the barriers and shoot upwards to the next consolidation step. But it could just as easily go down. The situation is 50-50 right now. Everything will depend on how things unfold in the market. So I assess the probability of different outcomes and make my decision based on this analysis. Indicators just help me get a clearer picture, but they don't make my decision for me, alright? And we could actually open an option predicting a drop in price right now. I think it's a good entry point. Because the corridor I drew earlier aligns with the boundaries of the Keltner channel right here. So when the chart enters a sideways movement, the Keltner channel beautifully outlines the zone with standard settings. And we trade from the top level and wait for a decrease. Given the earlier analysis, the probability of the price breaking out of the corridor and breaching the level is very, very low. But again, there's no guarantee that the price won't suddenly shoot up. As I said, unexpected turns are possible, like a news announcement. And though, if you keep an eye on important economic news charts, you can hedge your bets. But who's to say there won't be some political news, or just big players triggering stop losses can jerk the chart upwards? But everything goes smoothly, or rather as predicted, and the deal nets me $133 in profit. Friends, in my videos, I show you how to analyze the market so you can start making money on your own. Yes, it takes time, but it's the only way to get good results in the long run. You can't just download a no-loss system off the internet, okay? But I also know how hard it is to take first steps when you're new and scared and insecure. I've been there too, trust me. So that's why I run marathons on my Telegram channel every week to help beginners make their first steps in financial market and also get a taste in trading. So every week from Monday to Friday, I post signals and explanations on my channel. My participants follow them and boost their deposits from $100 to $5,000. So if you want to do the same, definitely check out my Telegram channel. I will left link in the description. Just message me privately and I will explain to you how to participate and all the other details. So I will see you in Telegram. Also there you will find reviews from all my participants and other cool bonuses. For example, the free deposit bonus to Pocket option, which is 50% via special registration link, which I will give you. Alright, I'll see you on Telegram, and meanwhile, let's continue figuring out how to determine if the levels will be breached. So first, pay attention to volatility, okay? For example, you can gauge it by the size of the MACD bars. If they're small, the volatility is low, making a breakout less likely, alright? And the ADX indicator can also indicate sideways movement and low volatility. When all its lines intertwine in the middle, it's a clear sign. And to determine whether a level will be breached out or not, it's more about analyzing market sentiment than just the chart. Let's open another trade, okay? The reasons are the same. I don't see any signs of breaking out of the sideways movement, but in such a case, it's crucial to trade directly from the corridor's boundary, alright? Opening a trade in the middle is a strict no-no. A lot in analytics depends on your strategy and trading style. What expiration are you trading with? Right now, I'm working within a minute and making predictions for this duration. If you're catching strong trends, trading on higher time frames with longer expirations, like 15 or 30 minutes, that's a totally different strategy, okay? And then you wait for a strong signal to start the trend across all indicators, making sure they all align after analyzing the market beforehand. In such cases, you avoid any flats, as predicting behavior in sideways movement over a long period is very tricky. And again, the trade closes in profit, friends, another $133 in the bank. Right now, I still see no reason for a level breach, friends. I'm talking about the next minute. But market development suggests a high likelihood that after the turmoil of these oscillating movements, the chart will eventually head up. So we see on the MACD, despite weak volatility, green bars indicating the lines are converging and might cross soon. And the green line on the ADX is also pointing up. It shows the strength of buyers in the market, but this will happen later, not in the next minute. For now, I'm trading a decline from the resistance level and the top boundary of the corridor, as I did before. Also, pay attention to graphical patterns, okay? For instance, a triangle is forming now. It's not so obvious right now. But let's draw a line here and another directly at the resistance level. And see, we've got a triangle. If the amplitude of oscillations narrows towards this apex and volatility starts to increase, then breaking out of such a figure should result in growth. And when it comes to breaking levels, don't just rely on indicators, alright? They don't predict the future and start changing only after the level is breached. So watch the chart itself. If it stays above a mark and doesn't return with the next candle, consider the level broken. Our prediction paid off and brought profit. Now, both a rise and fall are possible, so it's better to watch the chart and avoid hasty decisions, alright? Friends, we earlier predicted that around 1536 a level breach was supposed to occur. And remember, we drew a triangle expecting an upward movement at the breakout, okay? But that didn't happen. The other possible scenario was sideways movement, which is what's happening now. So we built our corridor and strategy based on this. The sideways boundaries are defined by the Keltner channel, okay? All indicators also confirm this hypothesis. ADX lines are tangled in the middle, and MACD columns show a complete lack of volatility. So I conclude that the price will continue moving within set boundaries until the market's invisible hand drives decisive movements. What that will be is hard to say. When opening 1-minute expiry trades, assess the corresponding event horizon, okay? I often trade on 1 minute. Short predictions let me earn even in sideways markets, which is where the market is more than 60% of the time. And it doesn't matter how many points the price moves. You just need to correctly determine the direction. Standard indicator settings are sufficient for working in such a market if you conduct a full analysis. Friends, let's return to trading. Time to open a call option, okay? So I'm trading from the bottom of the Keltner channel, this time predicting a return to the corridor. The price went lower. I'll immediately open another trade in the same direction. Now we see signals of exiting the sideways movement and a downward reversal. It broke through the lower Keltner channel boundary, MACD lines crossed, and the red ADX line is also rising. But all ADX lines are still tightly compressed in the center, so I conclude the flat phase isn't over. Let's observe. So friends, in sideways markets, indicators always give false signals on a minute time frame, regardless of settings. They're mostly trend indicators, okay? If you plan to catch strong trends, trade on higher time frames with longer expirations. Then, fine-tuning settings makes sense. But in a minute trade, market understanding is more important. The first trade closed at break-even. It happens, but the second one will likely bring profit. And yes, it did, friends. Great, look at the chart. I'll explain the logic of my actions to you. So as I mentioned earlier, here's the resistance level, C, right at the lower boundary of the Keltner channel. So I expected a bounce from it and a return to our corridor. But the chart went lower, so I opened another trade after the false level breach, as my market forecast remained unchanged. If the first trade had closed at a loss, the second would have partially offset it. And this is a clear example of how indicators can be useless in sideways markets, regardless of settings. Market analysis is much more important in such trades, okay? Alright, let's wrap up this trading session and move on to withdrawing our funds. So friends, withdrawing money from pocket option is super easy and straightforward. Which is the best way? Crypto. No fees, no headaches. You can withdraw it in various cryptocurrencies. This is just for the most popular ones, but it's more than enough for me. I always convert my money to USDT. It's faster and it's simpler to track the deposit in my wallet, since 1 USDT equals to $1 So I get exactly what I send out. I'm withdrawing $3,000. Just enter my wallet address and hit continue. Easy peasy, minimum info needed. And you can exchange USDT for local currency or bank transfer in any country. Page loaded. A quick message from the broker pops up. $3,000 is deducted from my trading account. We can see it right here. And don't freak out about the message saying it might take a few working days. It's just a safety thing, okay? And if you withdraw up to $10,000, it usually takes no more than 20 minutes. Bigger amounts might get delayed for extra checks. So it's smarter to split up the transfer into smaller transactions for quicker processing. And plus, there's no fee. Okay, that's all for now. Just waiting for the funds to hit my account. We'll check back in a few minutes to see the confirmation. So let's open the transaction history, alright? Checking the balance again. It still shows the remaining amount after transferring $3,000 to my crypto wallet, and the transfer is complete as shown in the status. And forgot to mention, I didn't need to enter a PIN code for the transfer as I regularly use the same wallet and it's saved in the system. But for your first time, you'll need to enter it, okay? You'll get the PIN code in your email. Alright friends, let's wrap this up and summarize our trading session. Friends, I hope this video gives you an understanding about how to analyze chart behavior near levels. I deliberately chose the most common market situation with no clear trend whatsoever because the market is in such sideways movements most of the time. If you plan to trade on a minute basis, you need to learn how to analyze the market too, not just chase indicator settings, okay? I've talked about how other indicators behave on a minute basis in previous videos, so definitely check them out on my channel too, okay? And did you like this format? That's my question to you. Write in the comments whether you found this analysis useful or not. Your opinion is very important to me, I would even say crucial. If there is a lot of interest, I'll spend more time on doing such analyses. And vote for the video with a like, subscribe to my channel, and definitely hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my new reviews. For today, I say goodbye. I will see you in my new videos, and bye bye. Peace out.